Good evening. This is Tomasio, and Mary is the new evangelization. We are going to talk tonight about Donald Trump and Ted Cruz and who should be the pick of the true American, basically, the true American, the person who is patriotic, who loves this country, the person who is a God-fearing person. Do you pick Trump or do you pick Cruz? That is the big question. And it'd be easy to just say, who would the Blessed Mother want to be president? Who would Jesus Christ want to be president? And then the Christians would follow suit. Okay? So who does Jesus and Mary want to be president? That's what you have to ask yourself the question. So you have basically, there's three choices, but Kasich is only in this to try to get a vice president spot. He knows he can't win the presidency, but he can certainly cause problems for somebody who needs just a few more votes. Okay, so that being said, who do we go with? Let's look at Trump first. Okay, let's look at Trump. Donald Trump, very wealthy, excellent businessman, beautiful family, lovely wife, but a history of events that weren't always successful, including 2 marriages that didn't work. Okay, and some business ventures that didn't work. Some horror stories, I guess you could say. There's some horror stories in the closet of Donald Trump. But there's horror stories in my closet too. And there's probably horror stories in your closet too. Okay? So you got Trump. Now, you got to deal with Trump today. Trump for the next 4 years is the Trump I'm concerned about. Not the Trump 10 years ago or 20 years ago. The Trump from the next 4 years as my president, I'm concerned about Trump. What's he going to do? He already said what he's going to do. It's simple. He's going to protect our country from ISIS. Okay? If ISIS gets over here and starts taking over the streets and certain neighborhoods and things like that, you know what? Not good. Not a good thing. We don't want ISIS coming over here. And they're trying to get over here. That's got to be #1 priority. We can't let ISIS take over America. Because you might as well just, everything that's happening in the abortion clinics is going to be happening on the streets. Beheadings, dismemberment, you name it, okay? You want that for our country? Really? Okay, and you might say, oh, that's impossible, it'll never happen. Are you kidding me? We have already been having riots in this country. There's already been riots. And there's a lot of people in our society who are very angry and very mad for very different reasons and are very vulnerable to rioting. Okay? So, in order to prevent riots, you need strong police. And the police are getting killed right now. They're getting just shot and killed and murdered and this, that, and the other thing because they don't have a good reputation, unfortunately. In our culture, there's too many situations where police have been criminals, okay, and people know about it, and it's even murders. So what Trump's going to do is build up the police force again. He's going to build it up to be better than it's ever been before, and no prejudiced cops, okay, but cops who love America. And so everybody's got to look at it like this. It's no longer black, white, Spanish, okay? It's legal or illegal, okay? It's legal or illegal. If you're here legally, you have a right to be here. You've passed all the tests. You meet all the requirements. You are a true American citizen if you were born here or came here legally from another country, like Trump's wife Melania did. She is a true American citizen, even though she was born in Slovakia. But she came here, she did it correctly, and now she's an American citizen. That happens. Tons of people. Okay, so that's how people got to start thinking now. Not black or white or Catholic or Protestant, or Muslim or Jew. Okay, it is legal or illegal. That's the issue. Trump is trying to redefine the way people think. So really, if you think about it, if all the Americans can unite of the different religions and the different ethnicities, but the common denominator is that we're all American citizens. If the American citizens can unite, and the bad guys are the ones who are illegal immigrants, they become bad guys under this scenario. Okay, you're here illegally. You can't stay. You got to go. Okay, there's X amount of food, and not everybody can eat from that food. So who gets the first right to that food are the natural born Americans. Okay, so, and of course the legal immigrants. Okay, anyone who is an American citizen gets the benefits of America. Okay, now that heals all the racial tension in this country. That heals all the religious tension in this country. It really does. There's got to be a bad guy. There has got to be a bad guy, because the devil is a bad guy. So, but the devil, that doesn't mean that all the illegal immigrants are bad as far as their moral character or something. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that in order to unite people, you need to have a common enemy. Now, that doesn't mean you kill illegal immigrants. No. It just means they have to go back and come back legally. So then they, all of a sudden, are on the team. You know what I mean? So you paid $100 for a ticket, and then the guy next to you sneaks in for free, and you're not supposed to turn him in, right? Even though you paid $100 that you had to earn to go to the concert. Oh, well, then why don't we all just sneak in? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we all just break the law? If it's okay for this person to break the law, then it should be okay for that person to break the law. So that's what it comes down to on a very fundamental level. And then once you establish that, then you could try to work on other problems. But I think that's a unifying agenda that Donald Trump has. Legal versus illegal. It has nothing to do with race, nationality, gay, straight, religion, nothing. It has nothing to do with that. It's legal or illegal. Okay? Now, so Trump will do that. He will clearly help Americans become America again. That's what Russia's doing. Other countries do the same thing. If you're illegal in Russia, you're not, taking advantage of the benefits of being a citizen. It just doesn't work that way, because when you have homeless people in your own country who are American citizens or veterans, etc., who aren't being taken care of, it's just the way it goes. Okay? Heaven's different. This is not heaven. Jesus did not come to condemn the world. The world was already condemned. We're living in a condemned world, you understand? And we're trying to make the best of it. And as Christians, we are also responsible to try to make this world better and to bring logic and reason into the equation. All right, so Trump is going to do that for America. Cruz is, I hate to say it, what is he going to do? What is Cruz going to do? Cruz will be a Christian, okay, and he will be proud of the Constitution, and Cruz will fight Planned Parenthood, and Cruz will, really try to, force his will on the American people, and his will is a good will. Okay, it's a good will, and he will try to impose that. I guarantee it. He would have a huge impact. Now, so you might say, well, that's not bad. Well, the problem is, it might not be bad, but it's really not what the people want. They're not asking to be forced into a particular religion in this country. They're not. Okay, but that doesn't mean we can't have Christian values and principles in this country without forcing people to become Christians necessarily. So Trump isn't going to force anybody to become a Christian, but he clearly will favor Christianity. And that's different than forcing people to become Christian. Cruz has got a very, he's got a much stricter and more fundamentalist in his Christianity than Trump is. And so even Trump, you could see, he was like, well, Planned Parenthood does some good things. Why can't we just get them to stop doing abortions? And everyone's going crazy and nuts because Trump said that. But that's the type of person he is. He's going to try to see the good that someone has to offer. He's always complimenting people. Always complimenting people. So that's just his personality and his nature. You don't hear Cruz saying anything good about Planned Parenthood. You really don't. So I would say, as a Christian for myself, I would rather live in a Donald Trump America, because there will still be freedom as far as religion is concerned. And so that is the dialogue and the discussion. So I go for Trump.